following broadcast is a presentation of the...
For the home team, Carrington Cardinals, who will be out in the field first. You got Lucas Geisler behind the plate catching, then Peyton Smith out straightaway center field. Kyle Lee up field. You got Tyson Lee in right field. You have Nick Lyman, as I just mentioned. All right, welcome back here to Bismarck, North Dakota. Shiloh Christian School, home of the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. It's the Shiloh Baseball Invite, our first game of the spring season here on the ND Sports Channel. Mike Mason with you, and Janice working the camera, although she wanted too much camera work today. And this is, I believe we have a question from a fan here. What's that? Oh, okay, McKinvin. Okay, gotcha. All right, we just had a name pronunciation there, so we'll pass it along as soon as we can. Once again, up to bat first will be the Harvey Wells County Hornets, and batting first will be the shortstop Gage Balfour. The batting second will be the starting pitcher Landon Monge. Batting third will be the first baseman Matt Kittleson. Batting fourth will be the third baseman Ethan Arnold. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter Hunter Shue. Batting sixth will be the catcher Logan Jenner, and batting seventh will be the center fielder, the sophomore Tyson Tipton. Batting eighth will be the second baseman Ethan Nitz. Batting ninth will be the right fielder Owen McKinvin. And then not batting but playing out in left field will be the sophomore Tanner Grossman for the Harvey Wells County Hornets. I have to get used to saying that one here. So we'll take a timeout and be right back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, and we're ready to rock. First pitch is a strike. All right, I have some issues with our scorecard here, so we apologize for that. We'll get that fixed ASAP for you. One ball, two strikes, the count. Sophomore Landon Monge up to bat right now, and that pitch will just miss, or did it catch the corner? Nope, ball two. Once again on the mound is the senior Drew Page. There we go. Now we got some. So 2-1 the count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Knots it up at 2-2. So I want to thank our sponsors, including Quality Home Restorations and Game Time, as well as the North Fargo Softball Club and the Fargo South Booster Club. That pitch goes down into the dirt for ball three and a full count to the sophomore Landon Monge. Once again, it's the Carrington Cardinals and the Harvey Wells County Hornets. 2 minutes into the ball game here, one gone, and a full count. Here's the payoff, and that's going to miss up high for ball four, and we have our first runner on base here on the spring baseball season. on the ND Sports Channel. We'll have some softball for you tomorrow. We'll feature the Fargo North Spartans and the Moorhead Spuds. Don't take that back. That's on Monday. Tomorrow we'll be right back here for 5 more games. Game 1 of 5 today. Next batter is Matt Kittleson. He's a senior here for the Hornets. And the first pitch to Kittleson will go down low for a ball, I believe. Yep. Two balls, no strikes. That one will just it caught the corner on the inside here, and that'll be strike one. So 2-1 with one away and a runner on. Matt Kittleson, the batter, once again on the mound here for the Hornets, is going to be Tyson Tipton. Or no, check that, wrong roster. Drew Page. Drew Page, a senior. And that'll be a one hopper over to the third baseman. Looks up to second, throws it to first to get the fielder's choice out. So Kittleson will ground out on a fielder's choice over to the third baseman on a 5-3. And then Monge will advance up to second, and that'll bring up Ethan Arnold, a sophomore for the Hornets. Once again, Drew Page on the mound here for Carrington. First pitch is down low for a ball. Get used to these umpires' strike zone. Each umpire in the league across the state of North Dakota has their own window for a strike zone. Some are larger than others, so we have to, usually by the end of the second inning, we kind of figure that one out. So there's a strike, and that'll be 1-1. Runner in scoring position up on second base there for the Hornets is Landon Monge. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1, and that will be tipped foul right back into the ND Sports Channel banner that's hanging up there right behind home plate. Fouled away for strike 2. 1-2 with 2 away and a runner on second. 5 minutes into the ball game. Drew Page, your pitcher on the mound, has thrown 17 pitches, 9 strikes, 8 balls so far. And that reminds me, we need to fix that. Two and two. Ball, strike, fouled away, pitch, and a ball in that order. Swing and a miss. And that will end the inning. So we'll head now to the the bottom of the first. Due up for the Cardinals, Hendrickson, Page, and Page. Now check that. I was looking at the roster instead of the lineup. We'll get those lineups for you here right after this on the ND Sports Channel. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search @NDScores, and get the same scores on your mobile device every night.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. So we head to the bottom of the first inning here on the ND Sports Channel. It remains 0-0 between the Hornets and the Cardinals. There we go. Got that flipped, I believe. Yes, we do. So we'll give audio cues since we're having some issues with that other part of our scoreboard that keeps track of ball strikes. So we'll just give you audio cues of the pitch count. Lucas Geisler, a senior, followed by Peyton Smith, a senior on deck, and then Kyle Leopold, a senior, will be right behind Smith to lead off the bottom of the first here for the Cardinals. And the first pitch is in for what appears to be a ball. Looked like a strike to me, but it probably floated a little bit high, and 1-0 the count as a result. And that one will be fouled back into the netting for strike one to even it up the count at 1-1. Around the bases here for the Hornets, you got Matt Kittleson over at first, and over at second you got Ethan Nitz. The shortstop is number 28, Gage Belfour, and the third baseman is Ethan Arnold. The outfield after this pitch here, which is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the outfield for the Cardinals, or for the Hornets, excuse me. You have, let's see here, Owen McKinvin out in right field. Straightaway center is Tyson Tipton, and then out in left you have Tanner Grossman. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The count, a ball, a strike, a ball, and a strike in that order. So 2-2 on the 4-pitch count here for balls and strikes for your starting pitcher, who happens to be Landon Monge. That's the first. That's the only player I did not mention when we went around the bases earlier. Is that one's fouled away, and it'll keep the count at 2-2. 0-0 between the Cardinals here and the Hornets. And the 2-2, and that's going to hit him in the backside there, and that'll walk Geisler up to first. And that'll bring up the senior Peyton Smith. Between innings, we'll go out and check our crowd mic there, as I don't hear anything in my headset. That one's hit up high into the gap in right center, but moving over is the center fielder, Tyson Tipton, to make the out. So Peyton Smith will pop out to center field. And that will bring up the next batter, Kyle Leopold, a senior, wearing jersey number 18 here for the Cardinals. 11 minutes into the ball game, runner on first is Lucas Geisler. And the first pitch to Leopold is outside for ball 1. Once again on the mound here for the Hornets is Landon Mung. 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, if you have any information, name pronunciations, or anything else you'd like to let us know, you can text us here at 701-74. Check that, 701-404-9072. Certainly appreciate all you tuning in. I think we promoted 10:30 a.m. on our Twitter account, and well, I'm not sure if I misread the schedule or what, but we got started a little bit early at 10 o'clock, and I must have misread the schedule because I just looked at it right now, and it says 10 a.m. So runner will take off, ball outside, and the catcher will not hold it, and feet first slide. Didn't need to slide, but he will make it into second there. That puts him into scoring position, and a 2-ball, no strike count to Leopold. So on 9 pitches here for Mong, it's 5 balls and 4 strikes. Mong looks back over at second, now delivers the pitch. Swung on, fouled away down the first baseline and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So that evens things up at 5 balls, 5 strikes on 10 pitches. And glances at second, delivers the 2-1. A low one outside for a ball, a 3-1. Ball, fouled away pitch, and a ball in that order. Once again, the runner on second is Lucas Geisler. Mong will look back at Geisler, look back again, winds up, looks back again, and now delivers a 3-1. That one's hit up high down the first base line. It appears that it might be drifting foul, and it does. And the right fielder will not get there in time. Owen McKinvin. There we go. I'll get it right. Chasing after it, giving chase, but unable to scoop it up. As a result, it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mong looks over at second, looks again over his right shoulder, and now delivers the payoff pitch up high for a ball. And we have runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Drew Page, the senior. 14 minutes into this ball game for the Carrington Cardinals. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. First of 5 games today, and the first of 10 over the weekend here on the ND Sports Channel. Have all 10 games of the Shiloh Invite right here, live for you. First pitch to Page is up high and inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 runners on. Lucas Geisler on second, Kyle Leopold on first, and the batter, Drew Page. That one's a little high for a ball. And now Jenner is going to take a jog up to the mound here to talk to Mung. Once again, Leopold on first, Geisler on second, Drew Page the batter. The count right now, 2 balls, no strikes. 15 pitches for Landon Monge, the sophomore so far. 9 balls and 6 strikes. 15 minutes into the ball game. Getting ready for pitch 16 here. A nice sunny day. It was raining earlier this morning. I was kind of wondering how long that rain was going to stick around, but so far so good. No rain to play a role in this matchup. That was at about 8:15 this morning. I do believe he caught a piece of that, so that'll be tipped back fouled for a strike. Mong will look over at second. Now deliver the 2-1. That one's going to be popped up foul out of play over the press box, and that'll make it 2-2. Once again, no score. 1 away, 2 runners on, and a 2-2 count to Drew Page, the batter, a senior. Geisler, a senior on second. Leopold, a senior on first. And Page, a senior at the plate. And then you got the junior Seth Nelson on deck with 1 away here. And if we can get through Nelson, it'll be Ethan Buskiness, the sophomore, following that up. Assuming that Page doesn't hit into a double play here, Nelson will be up next. That one will drop into the gap in right center. Rounding third is Lucas Geisler, and that's going to be 1-0, and they're going to hold up Leopold at third. So it'll be an RBI single. I think I put the right, no. Okay, so Carrington's on the right-hand side of this. There we go, 1-0 Carrington now. So the RBI single advances Leopold over to third. to make it 1-0. Drew Page on first, and now Seth Nelson, the junior, the batter, faces his first pitch of the afternoon, or I should say early morning, late morning probably, and Page will take off for second and make it in standing there, as there'll be no throw from the catcher. Once again, around the bases here for Harvey Wells County, it's Matt Kittleson at first, Ethan Nitz at second, Gabe Belfour at shortstop, Ethan Arnold at third. In the outfield, Tanner Grossman in left, Owen McKinvin in right, and Tyson Tipson straightaway center. On the mound is Landon Monge, and behind the plate, Logan Jenner. And Jenner will catch that one for a strike. 0-2 the count now to Seth Nelson. The 0-2 is shot deep into left field, and that is going to score at least Leopold from third, and rounding third from second is Drew Page. And it's going to be a 2-run RBI single for Seth Nelson, making it 3-0 Carrington Cardinals here in the bottom of the first. That was a nice shot by Seth Nelson, lined it right between the third baseman and the shortstop, more closer to the third baseman, out into left field. It dropped and wasn't able to get there in time. A 2-run RBI single. And that brings up Ethan Busknis, and he'll take that first pitch for ball one. Seth Nelson, the runner on first now here for the Cardinals. 19 minutes into the game and a 3-0 lead. Mong looks over at first and now delivers the 1-0, and that's going to be outside for ball number 2. Mong will wind up and throw it over to first, but not in time. Nelson will remain and check it on the bag at first, and it remains a 2-0 count to the sophomore Ethan Busknis. Brandon Larson on deck. If we can get that far, Tyson Lee would be in the circle. In the hole, I should say. That's the term I was looking for. 3 balls, no strikes now to Busknis. Here's the 3-0. That's outside for a ball, and now we have runners on first and second. And we have looks like we have a timeout here, a visit to the mound. We'll take a timeout with them. Be back in 30 seconds here on the ND Sports Channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. It's a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And Monge's still on the mound here, and that pitch will be fouled away by Brandon Larson, the batter. He's a senior here for the Carrington Cardinals. 0-1 the count with 1 away and 2 runners on. The runners on first are Ethan Buskis, the sophomore, and Seth Nelson, the junior, on second for the Carrington Cardinals, who lead 3-0 with 1 away. Base hit could make it 4-0 easily. Maybe see how deep he hits it. And that one will be fouled down the first base line for a strike. There we go. There we go. Now we got that microphone working. I knew something wasn't right. Thank our camera operator for going down there. And there we go. That's the sounds I'm looking for, and that's a hit out into left field. Rounding third is Seth Nelson, and it is 4-0 Carrington. So it's an RBI single that advances Buskist over to second. And now it's 4-0 with one away.
Number 10, Tyson Lee.
And we come to Tyson Lee, batter number 8 in the lineup here. And Nick Lyman is on deck. Monge's thrown 28 pitches. This is pitch 29 for a strike. Says 0-3. It should say 0-1 on the scoreboard there. And now it should say 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. With one away here in the bottom of the first inning. It's a 4-0 lead for the Carrington Cardinals. And runners on first and second. Buskins on second. Larson on first. The batter once again is Tyson Lee, a senior for the Carrington Cardinals. And here's the pitch. And down low for a ball. Now it's fouled back into the cage and up and over the press box. One and two the count. The 1-2 is in for strike 3. Caught him window shopping, and he goes down on strikes. That's 2 away now, and we come to batter number 9, Peyton Smith. At top of the order, Lucas Geisler, who has scored a run already in this inning, is on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1. That one will catch the corner for a strike as well. 0-2 the count now to the batter, Nick Lyman. Right now, Landon Monge sitting at a 35-pitch inning here for the Hornets. Looks back at second. Throws the 0-2 outside corner. Did he get him? No, he did not. It just missed. Ball 1. 1-2 the count here. It says 13-0 on there. That is not the case. It is 4-0, folks. And that one's outside and low for a ball as well. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 is across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. You got Busness on second, Larson on first. Nick Lyman, the junior, facing a 2-2 count with 2 away and 2 runners on here. And the 2-2 pitch from Monge will be on the horizon here as he sets up, looks back at second. Now delivers the 2-2, and that'll be swung on and right to the shortstop. An underhand throw to second for the 3rd out, and that will end the inning. The Cardinals will strand 2, but not before they get 4 across here in the first inning. We will take a break.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game. It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in North Dakota so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back. 4-0 as we head to the top of the second. That's going to be a chopper to the shortstop and good for a 6-3 for the first down of the inning.
At bat, the catcher, number 27, Logan Jenner. Hit by pitch brings up the center fielder, number 2, Tyson Tipton.
All right, so Tyson Tipton there. We had some issues I had to correct on our end. That's why I went silent for a little bit there. So runner on first is Logan Jenner. Tyson Tipton, the sophomore, facing a 1-0 count. Make it a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drew Page with his last 2 pitches. He's thrown 25. 15 of them have been strikes. Just that. For those who are not familiar with how that works, a strike is a strike or a hit. That one's going to be popped up foul territory towards the Hornets dugout, and he ran into the bar there, and now he's kind of hobbling around. I believe that's the third baseman, Seth Nelson. And looks like he is going to head towards the bench. Hopefully it's nothing too major here. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, that is indeed Seth Nelson. And he's going to get some assistance to the bench. So we are going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back here on the ND Sports Channel.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in North Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
third base.
So Hunter
Number 6, Hunter Mittleider.
Mittleider. There we go. I was waiting for making sure I had it right. He's a junior. He'll be taking the place of Seth Nelson over at third base here. Hopefully Seth will be okay. Something he just has to shake off. It is a little bit chilly out there, so that one probably hurts worse than it would on any other day during the spring or summer. But 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyson Tipton, the batter. And that one swung, hit up high center field. Running in for it is the center fielder, and making the diving catch is Peyton Smith, and that will make the runners go back to first. That's Logan Jenner, as Tipton will pop out. Center fielder will make the diving grab, and that holds Jenner up at first. Nice move there, or nice play there by Peyton Smith out in center field. 34 minutes into the ball game, and that brings up Ethan Nitz, a sophomore. Carrington scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the first, which if that wasn't obvious, but that one's going to be tipped back into the padding right below the netting, I guess you could say, for strike 1. That one's going to be hit. 1 bouncer, 2 bouncer, shortstop fires it over to first. Got it there in time. That is a 6-4 or 6-3 out for Ethan Nitz. That will end the inning. So we'll head now to the bottom of the second. When we come back after this, it's 4-0 Carrington on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online.
Leading things off in the bottom of the second for the Cardinals, the catcher, number 17, Lucas Geisler.
All right, Lucas Geisler will lead things off, followed by Peyton Smith and Kyle Leopold. Batters 1, 2, and 3. They went through the whole order last time. That'll be a grounder right over the shortstop. Belfour has trouble picking it up. He fires it over and does not get it there in time. Geisler will be in safe. We'll see if they put that in as an error or not, or if it'll be a base hit single. I believe it's going to be a single, actually. Nope, it is going to be. He will advance to base on an error, so.
At bat, center fielder number 9, Peyton Smith.
Charge that error to the shortstop. And that brings up Peyton Smith. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field his last time at the plate. .37 minutes into this ball game. Each of the games today will be 7 innings. Barring, I believe, a 10-run rule would be in effect. If that happens to occur, then that game would end, I believe, at the 5th inning, if I'm not mistaken. Fire over to first there to keep Geisler in check. One ball, no strikes. Landon Mungie on the mound once again. We'll go around the bases here for the Hornets to refresh your memory. So we had to refresh our own memory here on how to use this software, since we haven't used it for almost a year now, 10 months. Fouled away pitch for strike one. Around the bases, Matt Kittleson at first, Ethan Nitz at second, Gage Balfour the shortstop, Ethan Arnold at third. Behind the plate, Logan Jenner on the mound, Landon Mungie. Go around the outfield after this pitch from Mungie, which is down low for ball two. In the outfield, Tanner Grossman at and left. Owen McKinven in right, and Tyson Tipson straight away center field. Peyton Smith, the batter, facing a 2-balls, 1 strike count. Runner takes off, and that one's going to be hit foul down the third baseline. Tracking it down is Ethan Arnold for the second out of the inning, and that will force Lucas Geisler to go all the way back to first, and that's 2 away, and that'll bring up Kyle Leopold.
At bat, shortstop, number 18, Kyle Leopold.
Leopold was walked his last time at the plate. And the pitch. Ball one. This next pitch here from Mungie will be pitch number 45. Fires it over to first. Keeping Geisler in check at the bag there. And runner takes off. Now the throw up to second is not going to be in time. Geisler will successfully, on a feet-first slide, get into second base on the steal, and that advances him into scoring position and a 1-1 count to Leopold. Once again, they walked Leopold last time he was at the plate. So Mungie looks over his shoulder a couple times. Geisler at second, delivers the pitch, and that one's hit up high. And right where the infield meets the outfield, and the second baseman, Ethan Nitz, will make the catch and retire the Cardinals here. No, that's only 2 away, excuse me.
At bat, the pitcher, number 2, Drew Page.
So Drew Page singled out into center field last time at bat. Geisler on second. Now the pitch from Mungie is a swing and a miss by Page for strike one. Well, Velva and Carrington up next. So Carrington will have back-to-back games. They'll take on the Velva Drake Animus Aggies in our next game, which is scheduled for a 12 noon first pitch. That one swung on. That's a 2-hopper over to the shortstop. Fires it across the mound to first in time. He got it. So ground out on a 6-4 or 6-3, excuse me, to retire the side, and due up for the Hornets, McKinven, Balfour, and Mungie. Batters 9-1 and 2, and return after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
All right, welcome back to Dwyer Field here in Bismarck at Shiloh Christian School. Football field right behind us. The high school off to our right down the first base line. 320 down both the first and the third base line to right and left field. 360 straightaway center field. Straightaway center field. If you can see it back there, the word Dwyer Field, it's right under the letter R. That's where the 360 mark is at. And Dwyer, of course, Dwyer used to be the head coach for the boys basketball team here at Shiloh for many, many years. Had the privilege of playing some basketball for Shiloh a long, long time ago. I won't say when, but I know him. I wouldn't say very well, but he's an acquaintance. Let's put it that way. McKinven, the batter. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss for a strike. Top of the third inning now. And it's 4-0, and there we go. We got our first out of the inning. Gage Balfour, the batter now, and that one's in for a strike. No, ball. Balfour struck out looking his last time at the plate. Next pitch for Drew Page. We pitch 35, and that's a swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1 the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. 35 pitches, 23 strikes, 12 balls for Drew Page on the mound here for the Carrington Cardinals. And that one pitch will be fouled down the first baseline and nearly grabbed barehanded there by the first baseline coach for the Hornets, but did enough to slow it down. Here's the windup and the delivery on the 1-2 from Page. It's going to be, ooh, it's in for a strike. Got him looking. That's 2 away now.
Stepping to the plate, the pitcher, number 23, Landon Mundy.
Swing and a miss. It's a pitcher versus pitcher battle on last time. Landon Monge, the batter, won that battle. He was walked his last plate appearance. So you got Page, the senior pitcher, versus Monge, the sophomore pitcher. And it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is shot down the right field line, foul, and that'll be strike 2. Around the bases here for the Carrington Cardinals. You got the senior Brandon Larson at first, the sophomore Ethan Buskin is at second, the senior Kyle Leopold at shortstop, and the junior Hunter Mittleider at third. He comes in for the other Page, I forget his first name, who got injured on a play last inning. Caught him looking. And that's a quick 1-2-3 for the Carrington Cardinals. We head to the bottom of the third now. It's 4-0. Due up, Seth Nelson, Ethan Busness, and Brandon Larson. It's batters 5, 6, and 7 for the Cardinals. And we're going to return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets.
All right, we'll come back early from that break there and get you ready for the bottom of the third. First pitch comes across this plate as ball one for Seth Nelson, who singled out in the left field. I believe that was a 2-run RBI single. All 4 of the Carrington runs coming in the bottom of the first, and there's going to be a single. It's a shot deep right. It'll bounce down. Nobody's even close. He's going to round first and head into second easily. He might have a chance for third. No, he's going to slow down, and he will stay there with a standing double here in the bottom of the third on a nice rip out into right center field. Hornets struggling out there, Tippin and McKinvin. And Nelson may have had an opportunity to get in with a triple, but he'll put on the brakes at second. And I'll bring up Ethan Buskus, who was walked his last time at the plate, and a swing and a miss for strike one on the first pitch on his second plate appearance here at Dwyer Field at Shiloh Christian School in Bismarck. Mike Mason with you here on the ND Sports Channel. First of 5 games today, first of 10 games for the weekend. Once again, runner on second is Seth Nelson. Ethan Buskus is the batter. That one's going to be tapped foul back into the netting here for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Nobody on, and we'll runner on second for the Cardinals, leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. Looking up into the sky, there's some ducks and geese. That's going to be a drop third strike here as Ethan Buskus will take off for first, and he's going to be safe. Kittleson dropped the ball on the throw from Jenner, and that allowed Buskus to be safe. And that advances Seth Nelson over to third. Puts the runners on the corners and brings up Brandon Larson, 1 for 1 with a 2-run RBI single his last time at the plate.
At bat for the Cardinals, first baseman number 24, Brandon Larson.
He would drill it down the third base line into left field, and where Tanner Grossman had absolutely no play on it. I mean, it wasn't a ground ball. It was a low line drive, maybe a medium line drive. We'll say medium low. Nicely placed ball onto left field there by Larson his last time at bat. Once again, runners on the corner. Larson facing the pitch, and it comes across as a strike. It catches the corner. 0-1. Buskus, the runner on first. Seth Nelson, the runner on third for the Cardinals, who lead 4-0. Looking to add to that lead here with nobody gone. And Brandon Larson at the plate. Mongie will wind up, deliver the 1, and that'll be fouled away for the second strike, 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Matt Kittleson, the first baseman. Ethan Nitz, the second baseman. Gage Balfour, the shortstop. And Ethan Arnold, the third baseman. Logan Jenner behind the plate. Landon Mongie on the mound. The outfield after the 1-2 pitch here from Mongie. That'll be a chopper right over the second baseman. Throws it over to first for the double play. How about that?
Left fielder number 10, Tyson Lee.
First pitch to Tyson Lee is in for ball 1. So now there's 2 away there on the double play, leaving Nelson at third. That brings up Tyson Lee, now facing a 1-0 count. And he'll chop that one right over there to Ethan Nitz. Nitz will pick it up, fire it into the Kittleson, and Kittleson dropped it. And that allows Seth Nelson to score from third to make it 5-0 Carrington. So that will more than likely be an error. And that error will be on the first baseman.
Right fielder number 11, Nick Lyman.
So Tyson Lee will advance to first on the error by Kittleson, and that will score Seth Nelson. That brings up Nick Lyman. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. The ground out was over to the shortstop, Gage Balfour, his last time at the plate. Now he faces a 1-0 count. Monge on the mound, looks over his shoulder at Tyson Lee at first. Delivers the pitch. That one's hit high, right field, running for it, and he misjudged the catch. It'll drop for a single, and rounding second is Tyson Lee. He's going into third head first. He's safe. Ethan Arnold, we'll see. We'll see if that's going to go in the books as an error or not. But Ethan Arnold, I don't think that is going to be an error. I think the ball bounced off the ground, and it wasn't a drop, so. So that puts runners on the corners now. Once again, 5-0 Carrington.
Leadoff batter number 17, Lucas Geisler.
Lucas Geisler steps into the batter's box. He is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and advanced to base on an error his last 2 trips to the plate. That'll be a grounder right over there to Ethan Arnold, who fires it across the diamond there into the hands of Kittleson for the out. And that will retire the side, and they will strand 2 on base as a result. And that will send us to the top of the 4th. Batters 3, 4, and 5. Kittleson, Arnold, and Shu, I believe. I'm going to have to double check that in the break here. For the Hornets are up to bat when we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. All right, welcome back. Top of the 4th inning here. Matt Kittleson will be up to bat here for the Harvey Wells County Hornets, as Drew Page will take a few warm-up pitches here. Not that he needs a whole bunch of them, but a little bit longer break between innings than I'm used to. Usually it's 60 seconds. This one turned out to be about 75, so that allowed Page to get a couple extra warm-up pitches in. That'll bring up Matt Kittleson. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out on a 5-3 his last time at the plate. 5-3, third baseman to first baseman, for those who don't know the number system. But, well, we'll gladly help you along with that. First pitch a little bit low for a ball, and that makes it 0-1, and that's officially 42 pitches for Drew Page. Well, I should say unofficially, in case I missed one, but 2 balls, no strikes now. 2-0 pitch, a little high. It looks like ball 3 to me, and it is. And that one will float down into the strike zone, 3-1. Ethan Arnold on deck, Hunter Shue in the hole here for the Hornets. And after throwing 3 balls, now he tosses back-to-back strikes. And it's a full count to Kittleson. Drew Page with the payoff pitch. That one popped up, and will it stay in play? It will, and it'll be caught by Lucas Geisler. Kittleson will foul out. Pop up on a foul out is what I should say.
Next up for the Hornets, third baseman, number 24, Ethan Arnold.
That brings up Ethan Arnold. And the first pitch to Arnold is fouled back into the netting for strike 1. As we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game here, according to my timer. First pitch came, I believe, at 10:03. Yeah, that's right, 10:03. So it is indeed 1 hour into the ball game now. I wrote it down on my sheet, and I lost the sheet momentarily here. 1-1, right back and through Drew Page. Scooped up by Leopold. He'll fire it over there to Larson. Did he get him? He did. So 6-3 on the first out of the inning, and that brings up Hunter Shue, or second out of the inning, and that brings up Hunter Shue, who's 0 for 1, grounded out on a ground ball over to the shortstop as well. Leopold having a lot of action here in the first 4 innings for the Cardinals on the shortstop position. That pitch is in for a strike 1 to Shue, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. That one will catch the corner, strike 2. Oh-2 pitch, low and outside for a ball. Once again, coming up next, Carrington will stay on the field, and they will face the Velva Animus Drake Aggies. That'll be our second game of the day. That's a 2-hopper right up to Buskness, who can't handle it. Picks it up, and I don't believe, oh, he got him, really? Wow, okay. Thought that ball maybe hit the ground right as he got up to the base there, but Ump says that the ball got there first, and that's how that inning will come to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-0 Carrington. 4 of those 5 runs coming in the bottom of the first inning. We're back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Welcome back. Bismarck, North Dakota here at Shiloh Christian School on Dwyer Field. It's the Shiloh Baseball Invite. Game 1 of 10. Carrington and Harvey right now. Carrington will play Velva Animus Drake next, and then Harvey will come back to the field. Harvey Wells County, I should say, to take on the Thompson Tommies. And then the Thompson Tommies will stay on the field to take on the Grafton Spoilers, and we'll wrap up day 1 with the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks and the Park River Fordville Lankin Aggies.
Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th, number 9, Peyton Smith.
Peyton Smith, the senior, he's 0 for 2. A fly out into center field and a fly out into foul territory down the third base line, his last 2 at-bats. And the first pitch is in for a ball, and the second pitch is fouled down the first baseline for a strike. So 1-1 count now to Peyton Smith. Kyle Leopold on deck. Drew Page right behind him in the hole. Batters 2, 3, and 4 to lead off the bottom of the fourth here for the Carrington Cardinals. Tomorrow we'll kick things off at 10 o'clock in the morning with Rugby and Grafton, followed by Park River and Bishop Ryan. Then we'll have, let's see here, Langdon versus Velva Animus Drake. Bishop Ryan versus Rugby in our nightcap tomorrow will feature the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks and the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals. Ball 2 now to Peyton Smith. 2-1 the count. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts once again in his last 2 plate appearances. And that one's going to be popped up center field. Chasing it is tipped in and making the jumping grab for the out. Nice play there by Tyson Tipton, the sophomore, out in center field for out number 1 of the inning. And that'll bring up Kyle Leopold, the senior. He's 0 for 1. He was walked his first time at the plate.
Shortstop number 18, Kyle Leopold.
Flied out to shallow right center where the second baseman, Ethan Nitz, would grab it out of the air. And now the first pitch will catch the corner for a strike. Thank our sponsors once again, including Quality Home Restorations, Game Time, as well as North Fargo Softball Club and the Fargo South Booster Club, for making these broadcasts possible here. If you want to donate to the cause, you can. Tell you more about that in a little bit here, as Leopold will fire that one through the short gap between the third baseman and the shortstop out into left field, where Grossman will pick it up, and it's good for a single for Leopold, bringing up Drew Page. Once again, if you go to NDSportsChannel.com, click on the donate button right there, that green donate button. You can donate via credit card. It's a safe transaction. Or you can also send us a check in the mail or a money order, whatever you prefer. No swing and a miss, and now the throw out to second. Head first slide. He's in there safely. I believe he is. No minimum amount required on those donations. Just whatever you want. We certainly appreciate that. It goes towards equipment costs, traveling costs, as we are out of Fargo. We're here in Bismarck, so maybe some of that money might go towards like a hotel or gas in our station vehicle, stuff like that. Also replacement equipment. I want to thank those who've sent in their donations already to kind of stock us up on some of that replacement equipment. We always have it in case something breaks here while we're on the game. We can, if it's like a bad cord, we can replace it immediately. And that's all thanks to the donations that have been sent in thus far by our viewers, and we certainly appreciate that. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Drew Page, the batter. Runner on second is Kyle Leopold. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 hour, 7 minutes into the game. That last pitch by Landon Monge was pitch number 70 according to my accounts. 45 strikes and 25 balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner on second. The batter once again, Drew Page, the senior for the Carrington Cardinals. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. 2 away now. Runner remains on second, bringing up Seth Nelson, I think. No, it's not. We need to replace him. Seth Nelson was injured on a play at third base right by the Hornets dugout. Hunter Mittleider will be the batter now in that position. I replaced him on the defensive side of our scoreboard, but forgot to put him into the batting lineup, so. Five 0 bottom of the fourth. 0-1 the count to Mittleider. Monge checks over his shoulder at Leopold, and Mittleider will tip that one into the dirt for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That's low and outside for a ball. Now they'll fire it over to third. That one's going to go into left field. He thought about coming home, but thankfully for the Hornets, Balfour was right back there to make sure that ball didn't go deeper into the outfield than it did. And that allows Leopold to get the third on the steal. And results in a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Mittleider. Mittleider, junior, once again for Carrington. They lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. for those 5 runs coming in that first inning. A swing and a miss for a strike, and that will strand the runner on third, and we'll head now to the top of the 5th.
Carrington still leads 5-0.
Jenner, Tipton, and Nitz, your batters, due up in the top of the 5th right after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In our first year and 4 months on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you a total of 407 games, and 377 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 377 games that would have had 0 broadcast coverage if not for the sponsors who support our sports webcast. We ask that you please patronize and support the sponsors you hear about in this sports broadcast on the ND Sports Channel. Join us and put your business products and services in front of an average of 234 viewers per game. Let's team up.
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Hornets, the catcher number 27, Logan Jenner.
All right, so as you may have noticed there for a little bit, we need to do a little bit of work on our inning-by-inning scoreboard there. But it is indeed 5-0 in favor of the Carrington Cardinals. Pitch is up in for a ball. Logan Jenner 1 for 1 with a single down the third base line his last time at the plate, and this one will be fouled away. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, down low for ball 3. 1 hour, 11 minutes. The next pitch for Drew Page will be pitch number 60, according to my counts, on 59 pitches. 21 balls, 38 strikes. A strike is anything that's not a ball. So a fouled away pitch, a hit into the outfield, a hit into the infield, a swing and a miss, a swing looking. Those are all considered strikes. Even a home run, that's a strike. When it comes to the pitch count, the stats in that category. So Jenner will go up to first, and that'll bring up Tyson Tipton. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out into left center. That one's up high for a ball. That one's going to be a jet that almost got into center field. And let's see here. Are they gonna? I believe he's out on. And he will be out. Not sure how to record that in my stat book here. Oh, okay. I do know how to record that in my stat line here.
Courtesy runner number 3, Nathan Free. And up to bat, second baseman number 5, Ethan Nitz.
So I have a courtesy runner for Jenner at first. That's going to be Nathan Fright. He's a sophomore. Tipton's out on, let's see here, offensive runner interference. One of the two. I'm not sure which one to tap on that one there. One of those two. And now Ethan Nitz is up to bat. And after we got all that sorted out in our stat book, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nathan Freet, the courtesy runner on first, and Nitz will foul that one away. Into the parking lot, and no car alarms have gone off yet, so it looks like everything's good in the parking lot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside and a little high. That's ball 2. 2-2. Runner on first is Nathan Freet. 1 hour, 14 minutes into the ball game. Carrington does have a pitcher warming up over on, well, I guess you could call that the bullpen. The throw up to first finds its way into right field. Head first slide keeps Freed safe at first, and had Freed not slid in head first, he may have had a chance to take off for second. So both teams have pitchers warming up right now. Drew Page, I have him at 67 pitches. No, check that, I have him at 68 pitches. That one's gonna be lined right over the shortstop. Caught, fired back to first, into the bullpen. Actually, it may have hit the railing right before the bullpen there. But either way, Ethan Nitz is out on a line drive. Nice catch there by the shortstop.
At bat right fielder, number 20, Owen McKinnon.
Kyle Leopold with a great catch. But the throw was a little high to get the attempted double play, and that brings up Owen McKinnon. Strikeout, swinging his last time at the plate. And this one he'll swing and fire it foul down the third base line. And looking for the diving catch was Mittleider, but he couldn't get there in time. And that'll drop for a strike. So 2 strikes now to McKinnon. He struck out swinging his last time at the plate, and he'll strike out swinging this time at the plate. And that will end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Batters 6, 7, and 8. Buskus, Larson, and Lee due up. When we come back, Landon Monge on the mound. If he remains on the mound, we'll throw pitch 76 when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. The Fargo North softball team is live for a 2nd season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, we're heading out to the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's going to be fouled away for strike 2. So Monge's day on the mound will come to an end. Had him down for 75 pitches, split up into 26 balls and 49 strikes. He will move out to center field, and the center fielder, Tyson Tipton, will come to the mound here for the Hornets. And that one will go right out to Monge, and a one bouncer. He'll collect that one, toss it in there for Ethan Nitz, and Nitz will walk it into the infield and give it back to Tipton, and it's good for a single for Ethan Buskness, who prior to that was 0 for 1, walked and advanced to first on a drop third strike his last 2 trips up to the plate, and this time he singles out into center field.
Number 24, Brandon Larson.
That brings up Brandon Larson, a 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Singled out to left his first time, part of a 4-run inning for the Cardinals, and his last time at the plate, he would ground out on a 5-3. Or check that, a 4-3. Gotta get my numbers right here. 4-3, second to first. 1 ball, no strike now for Rellerson. Winding up is Tipton. Tipton on the mound and throws the pitch outside for a ball, ball 2. 4 of the 5 runs scored by the Cardinals in the bottom of the first inning when we went through their entire lineup. Batter number 9 was responsible for the 3rd out of the inning. They weren't able to get back to the top of the lineup in that first inning, but still a good showing for Carrington in that first inning. And that one's going to be tipped foul into the dirt, bounces up, and that's good for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first is Ethan Buskness. Once again, around the bases here for the Harvey Wells County Hornets. Matt Kittleson at first, Ethan Nitz at second, Gage Belfort at shortstop, Ethan Arnold at third, Logan Jenner behind the plate, Tyson Tipton now on the mound in left field, Tanner Grossman, right field, Owen McKinven, and in center field, the previous pitcher, Landon Monge. Tyson Tipton on the mound now, delivers the ball a little bit low for ball 3. So a ball, a fouled away pitch into the dirt, and another ball in that order on 4 pitches. Tipton, next pitch will be pitch number 8.
Brandon, hit it. Cheers. Let's go.
And that'll be good for a walk. I'll put runners on first and second, advancing Buskness from first to second, putting Larson on first with the walk and bringing up Tyson Lee. Struck out looking his first time at the plate.
That walk brings up left fielder number 10, Tyson Lee.
He would advance on an error his last time. Advanced to first on an error his last time at the plate. Nobody out, 2 runners on, swing and a miss, strike 1 for Tyson Lee. Once again, this game started at 10:03 this morning. We're an hour and 23 minutes into the broadcast. Probably closer to an hour and 24. I don't keep track of seconds, it's just minutes, so. 1-1 the count. Pitch, had to reach for that one, sends it foul, and the catch will not be made. Kittleson tried to catch it in foul territory, and he just couldn't grab it. One ball, 2 strikes as a result. Runner on second is Buskness. Runner on first is Larson for the Cardinals. The batter once again, Tyson Lee. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And he'll swing and send it foul into the parking lot once again. And every time I say the word parking lot, our cameraman wants to walk out there and move the vehicle. I just know it. That's why they have a thing called car insurance, just to calm her down. That'll be a hit. One bouncer, shortstop, throws it to third, and he thought about throwing it to first, now up to second. The ball will escape into center field, and once again, Buskness out at third, but that will advance Lee on the fielder's choice to first. Put Larson on second and bring up Nick Lyman.
Right fielder, number 11, Nick Lyman.
That one's going to be hit up into shallow right field, giving chase there and making the grab for the out. It was Nick Lyman who popped out.
Runner number 1, Lucas Hendrickson.
Runners hold on first and second as Owen McKinvin will make the grab out for the Hornets out in right field. That brings up Lucas Geisler. A courtesy runner on second for Brandon Larson. I'm not sure, I didn't catch the jersey number on that one. We'll get to that as soon as possible. As the pitch comes across for a strike for Geisler, who's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, advanced to base on an error, and then he grounded out on a 6-3 his last time at the plate. Now he faces a count of 0-1. Run on first, Tyson Lee, courtesy runner for Brandon Larson on second. We'll get that runner as soon as we can. That one's popped up, third base line, making chase as the catcher as it comes back inside the field of play. And they're going to call that a foul ball. And that will, let's see here, number 11, number one is the courtesy runner. And that is Lucas Hendrickson, a freshman. So Lucas Hendrickson, the runner on second. Tyson Lee, the runner on first. Geisler, the batter. Facing a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Hit by a pitch, an error, and a ground out. Reach base on an error and a ground out. That pitch will come outside for a ball. So a strike thrown, a fouled away pitch, and a ball in that order on the 3 pitches here between Tipton and Geisler. And 2 away with 2 runners on. Tipton with the pitch. That one goes into the dirt. It'll bounce back into the netting. The runners will advance from first and second to second and third, putting Hendrickson on third. Put a ball into the books, and it's 2-2. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Second and third. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Caught him window shopping, and that will leave the 2 runners stranded and will send us to the top of the 6th.
After 5 complete, score remains 5-0 Cardinals.
Batters 1, 2, and 3. Balfour, Monge, and Kittleson are the scheduled due-up batters. We'll see if that lineup remains the same when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. To the top of the 6th we go.
Leading off the top of the 6th.
Carrington, 5 runs on unofficial numbers, 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. Harvey, Wells County, no runs on 1 hit, 3 errors, and 3 left on base. Through 5 innings of play, and that one will be tapped foul for strike 1. Gage Balfour struck out looking his last 2 trips to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Plate appearance number 3. That'll be a grounder, chopper, and that'll chop foul. Strike 2. Down the first baseline. Once again, Landon, let's see, who's on deck? It is indeed Landon Monge, so just because they switch from center to pitcher, they're not going to flip-flop in the batting lineup, so it'll stay the same. Monge on deck with Kittleson behind him. That's a one-hopper directly over to Brandon Larson, who steps on the bag for the first out of the inning, and that's Gage Balfour grounding out. That brings up Landon Monge, 0 for 1. He was walked his first time at the plate and struck out looking his most recent plate appearance. 1 hour, 32 minutes, time of the game so far. Top of the 6th inning, and that one's lined down the first base line and drifts foul. No balls, 1 strike. 1 away, no runners on. Drew Page on the mound. Throws it outside for a ball. That was pitch 77. 27 balls and 50 strikes on 77 pitches for the senior Drew Page for Carrington. Matt Kittleson on deck. Yes, Matt Kittleson on deck. 2-1 now. Fouled away, ball and a ball. Looks like a good opportunity here for Page to pitch a full game, but that'll be a single at least down in the center field. And some positive progress here for the Hornets here in the top of the 6th. They have a runner on with only 1 out, and that brings up Matt Kittleson. 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out his last 2 at bats. Page delivers the pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Once again, Kittleson, Ethan Arnold, the sophomore, is on deck for the Hornets. Assuming that Kittleson doesn't bat into a double play. Fires it over to first, and Larson had to come off the bag to make sure that one didn't go into the fence there. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled down the third baseline. Ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. That runner is Landon Monge at first base for the Harvey Wells County Hornets. Let's try that again. Harvey Wells County Hornets. There we go. Throw up to first. This could be close. Did he get him? No. Okay. He's closer to first base than I am. I thought he may have got him there, but the umpire said he was safe, so we'll go with that. 2 balls, 1 strike as a result. Runner takes off, and that will be a pitch into the dirt for a ball, and the runner, Monge, will get to second, standing. Three and 1 the count to Kittleson, who's 0 for 2 prior to this, and he'll chop that one foul down the third baseline. It'll be 3 and 2.
Keep working.
5-0, top of the 6th, and that one's popped up foul. Giving chase is the catcher, and making the sliding diving catch is Luke Geisler. Or did he catch it? Yes, he did. That's 2 away.
Stepping to the plate for the Hornets, number 24, Ethan Arnold.
So Monge will remain on second. That brings up Ethan Arnold, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and a ground out on a 5-3 his last time at the plate. A swing and a miss to start off this plate appearance for Ethan Arnold. Drew Page have him down for 86 pitches now. 1 hour, 36 minutes into the ball game. Here's the pitch up high. Arnold had to duck down and make sure that one didn't hit him in the helmet. And as a result, 1 ball, 1 strike. Page doesn't even look at second, just delivers the pitch. And you heard the crack of the bat there, and mishandling it is Leopold. That's something you don't see him do too often, and he's safe at first. That puts runners on the corners. That's going to go into the books as an error on Leopold.
At bat, DH number 29, Hunter Shute.
Hunter Shue with runners on the corners. And that's chopped right back to Drew Page. He'll fire it over to Larson, and that will retire the Hornets. They got close, but they left 2 stranded. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 5-0. Carrington looking to add to that here when we come back after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games, as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com/game schedule. All right, we're back. Bottom of the sixth inning here, and it's the Carrington Cardinals 5 and the Harvey Wells County Hornets 0. Hornets got a runner on third in the top half of this inning here, but they weren't able to get him home. And it remains a scoreless game for the Hornets, and now it's going to be Peyton Smith, followed by Kyle Leopold and Drew Page. Batters 2, 3, and 4 to start off the bottom of the sixth here. Tyson Tipton on that pitch right there has now thrown 20 pitches. 8 balls and 12 strikes. 1 hour, 39 minutes into the ball game. First pitch came at 10:03 this morning. Game 1 of 5 on the schedule today. Carrington will stay on the field for their second game of the day. They'll take on the Velva Animus Drake Aggies here about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And then we'll have the Harvey Wells County Hornets taking on the Thompson Tommies in our third game of the day. And then Thompson Tommies will take on the Grafton Spoilers. And then in the nightcap, game 5 of 5, or 5 of 10 on the weekend, but 5 of 5 for Friday, featured the home team, the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks, and the Park River Fordville Lincoln Aggies. So Peyton Smith walks on 4 pitches, and that brings up Kyle Leopold. He was 1 for 2 with a walk, a fly out, and a single in that order on his plate appearances. 1 hour, 40 minutes into the game. Landon Monge started off pitching here for the Hornets. They took him off the mound after 75 pitches, split up into 26 balls and 49 strikes, according to my numbers. And that first pitch to Leopold comes across on the outside corner for strike 1. Runner on first is Peyton Smith. Once again, Tyson Tipton on the mound here for the Hornets. And he'll quickly throw it over, trying to get Smith out, but he will not. Smith remains safe on the bag at first. It was a nice looking throw. He rifled it over there, and probably one of the, only seen a runner picked off a couple times in all the years that I've been calling baseball games. That was almost time number 3. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Leopold, the senior shortstop for the Cardinals. Tipton looks over at first, nods twice at his catcher, and that one's going deep into left field, all the way back, giving chase, and it's gone! It's a 2-run home run for Kyle Leopold. Into left field. Our first home run of the spring season here on the ND Sports Channel. 7-0 now on the 2-run shot for Leopold. And I have to be honest, the sound of the bat kind of told me that one was gone, but the way that Grossman was chasing after it, it kind of wasn't sure for a split second there, and then it was almost like if your car is coming up to a yellow light, you slow down, and then you decide to speed up to go through it. That's kind of how that ball went over the left field fence. It's like, I'm going to keep the suspense up just a little bit longer here. And that one will be chopped, and it'll roll foul. Drew Page, the batter, by the way. He's 1 for 3. A single, ground out, and struck out swinging his last time at the plate. Singled out into center field there in the first inning, part of a 4-run inning for the Cardinals. And this time he'll chop it over to third. Bats it down, fires it over to first. Did not get there in time. Page is on with a single. At least I believe it's a single. Nope, they're going to put it on the scoreboard as an error. So that'll bring up Hunter Mittleider. 0 for 1, struck out swinging his last time at the plate. Mittleider came in, I believe it was in the 3rd inning when take over at third base after that injury. Runner takes off, ball into the dirt, pops up in front of the catcher, and Drew Page is in at second. It was Seth Page who was the player that Mittleider came in for. If you missed that part of the game, can't remember who was batting, but he popped it up foul towards the Hornets dugout, and Seth Page chased after it, ran into the railing right in front of the Hornets dugout and hurt his right foot. That one will be, we'll see if they put that in as an error or not. I don't know. Every score person is different. They will indeed put that in as an error. So back-to-back reach base on errors here for the Cardinals. And now we'll have a visit to the mound here, and we'll see what they decide to do with Tipton. I would imagine that Tipton will stay on. We'll keep it right here. Just maybe have a short conference to kind of shake off whatever nerves or dust is causing these issues to occur and shake it off and move on. Velva and Carrington, I should say Velva, Animus Drake, and Carrington coming up next. Third game of the day, Harvey Wells County versus Thompson. Fourth game of the day, Thompson versus Grafton. And then our fifth and final game of day 1 of 2, Shadow Christian Skyhawks and the Park River Fordville Lankin Aggies. I'm glad that they did not put Carrington versus Langdon, and I'm glad they did not put Park River Fordville Lankin versus Velva Animus Drake, because I have called games where the team names were the same, and that was a little bit difficult for me. So kudos to whomever made that schedule. I have a pretty good idea who it is, but I won't say it just in case I'm wrong. 0-1, Ethan Bucksness, the batter, by the way. Oh, no, check that. Yes, it is Bucksness. He will get tagged out.
Go, boys. Come on, Brandon. Get in here. Let's go.
Runners will hold on their original bases, and Brandon Larson steps up to the plate now here. 1 for 2, a single to left field his first at bat, and then a ground out on a 4-3. And then he was walked his last time at the plate. This pitch comes in low, pitch goes back, play at home, not in time, and coming in from third is Drew Page to make it 8-0. That one will be shot foul down the first base line for a strike to even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on. He got ones across the board. Hunter Mittleider, the runner on third. 8-0 now, Carrington. 4 of those runs scored in the first inning. The other one of those runs came in the bottom of the third, and the other 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. So if they can get Mittleider in from third, they'll have 2 4-run innings in this game. Make it 9-0. So once again, 7-inning games here. And that one will be chopped onto right field, giving chase and making the grab. Beautiful catch by McKinven. Tagging on third is Mittleider, and he'll score. And that'll be a sacrifice fly for Brandon Larson. And that will make it 9-0. And 2 away, and brings up Tyson Lee, who's 1 for 3.
Tyson Lee.
Struck out looking, an error and a single. So 9-0 now, and I believe the 10-run rule would apply here if they can get one more across the plate in this inning. We'll find out together if that happens. One and all the count, make it 2-0. Tyson Lee. Once again, 2 away, no runners on. 9-0. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the second. 2 of those 4 on a 2-run shot over the left field fence earlier this inning. Time of the game so far, 1 hour, 49 minutes and counting. 2-0 pitch up and caught the upper edge of the strike zone for strike 1. Here's the windup in the delivery. 2-1, chopped right over to the shortstop, Gage Balfour. He'll fire it across the diamond in time for the out. And that will bring us to the end of the bottom of the 6th.
9-0 Cardinals.
So 6-3 on the ground out sends us to the top of the 7th. Carrington, 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 8 left on base. Time of the game, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Harvey up to bat next. Logan Jenner, Tyson Tipson, and Ethan Nitz when we come back after this here on the ND Sports Channel.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo.
ND Softball All-Stars has a new look on a new website that gives you easy access to what you want to know about upcoming activities, All-Star game records, college commitments, and easy access to every episode of the ND Softball All-Stars podcast. Visit the new website at ndsballstars.com. Every year, the top seniors in the state get one more chance to play the game they love. Please consider a donation to help support this great program. Send your gift to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota, 58109. The Fargo North softball team is live for a second season on the ND Sports Channel. Live broadcast of every game, home and away, including every swing of the bat, every stolen base, every strikeout, and every home run for the Fargo North Spartans will be live on the ND Sports Channel. Video broadcasts of most regular season games as well as radio broadcasts of the regional and state tournament. Get the most accurate and up-to-date Spartan softball broadcast schedule on our website at ndsportschannel.com. All right, top of the 7th, Drew Page, 89 pitches, 32 balls, 57 strikes. He moves out into center field. And your new pitcher will be Peyton Smith, who comes in from center field. And he throws 2 strikes to Logan Jenner, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Now a ball comes into the picture. Approaching the 2-hour mark of this one here. I don't think we'll get there unless the Hornets can score 9 runs. They need to score at least 9 runs to send this to the bottom of the 7th. And we'll see if that happens or not. Pitch goes into the dirt, and now it's a 2-2 count. So, Peyton Smith comes out of the mound, throws 2 strikes, and follows it up with 3 balls. And now the payoff pitch, first one of the day for Peyton Smith, outside for a ball, and he'll walk Logan Jenner up to first. That brings up Tyson Tipton, 0 for 2 with a flyout. And then he had that unique play back a couple innings ago. Either runner or offensive interference for the out. It was the one we weren't sure how to record into our stat book. That one's going to be popped up high into center field. That is a rainbow right into the glove of Drew Page. So Tipson will fly out. Runner Logan Jenner remains on first, and now that brings up Ethan Nitz, the sophomore, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a line drive out to the shortstop. His last time at the plate, and that pitch will catch the corner for strike 1. That one will be tapped foul into the netting. I've had basketballs hit my crowd mic, but I've never had a baseball hit my crowd mic yet. That one was within about 15 feet of the crowd mic. That one will catch the corner for a strike, and that'll be 3 strikes. Got him window shopping for the second out of the inning. Owen McKinvin, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts swinging. We'll see if he can keep the Hornets alive here in the bottom, or the top half of the 7th. 9-0 lead for Carrington. Number 9, Peyton Smith on the mound for the Cardinals, taking over the duties from Drew Page, who threw 89 pitches according to my numbers. 32 balls and 57 strikes. 1 ball, no strike. 2 away, runner on first for the Hornets. That ball goes into the dirt for a ball, and that'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, Logan Jenner, the runner on first. For any Fargo North fans who might be watching, they do have a game today. We will not be at that game due to the fact that the game was not originally scheduled, and as a result, we scheduled this game because we talked to the coach. It's like, we're definitely not playing on April 6th. And then we said, okay, well, we're going to do these games here. And then they're like, oh, we are playing on the 6th, but don't worry about it. It was my fault. So we'll have all but one of the Fargo North softball games on the air this year. And that game's actually tomorrow, now that I think about it, April 6th. Today's only April 5th right now as we hit 12 noon. Finally complete the morning. 1 hour, 56 minutes. That pitch comes across for a strike 1 to, or check that, 1 ball, 1 strike, excuse me. That one be grounded right over the first baseman. Struggles with it. Underhand throw right over there to the pitcher for the out, and they'll end the game. All right, so your final score, 9-0 Carrington. They win the first game. Carrington will stay on the field. They'll take on the Velva Animus Drake Aggies here in about 20 minutes. And then we'll see Harvey Wells County once again after 20 minutes after the next game. They'll take on the Thompson Tommies. Scheduled first pitch, scheduled for about 2:30. Right now, we're about 21 minutes behind as game number 2 is scheduled for a 12 noon first pitch. It's going to be more closer to 12:21. We will go off the air, but we will come back here in about 15 minutes with the pregame show and get you set for game number 2 of 5 of day 1 from the Shiloh Invite at Dwyer Field in Bismarck, North Dakota. Your final score once again, Carrington Cardinals 9, the Harvey Wells County Hornets 0. We'll talk to you in about 15 minutes here on the ND Sports Channel.
NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search @NDScores, and get the same scores on your mobile device every night.